It was a blustery October day in the borough of Brooklyn. It was downright dreary. The looming water tower was tall enough to eclipse the sun if the clouds hadn't already. Seymour Wellingbottom, an aspiring bookbinder from the Midwest, was staying with his Uncle Charles and Aunt Beatrice for a family visit. The trio had plans to call in some friends. Lower Manhattan residents, famed for brewing the finest cup of Earl Grey tea. Prior to the afternoon tea session, Uncle Charles and Aunt Beatrice wanted to take Seymour to see the wondrous Brooklyn Bridge, to admire the architecture as well as the astounding view of the city. "My goodness, look at the clock!" exclaimed Uncle Charles. "It is already noon. We must decide how to get to Manhattan." Aunt Beatrice offered that the three of them ride bikes across the bridge, but it was decided that the windy conditions would chap their skin. Seymour proposed a cab ride across the bridge, but both Uncle Charles and Aunt Beatrice cautioned that the fast pace and maniacal driving of taxi drivers would ruin the whole affair. Finally, Uncle Charles suggested riding the subway to the bridge, and then the three of them could leisurely walk across the grand structure. The subway was an efficient way to travel, and Seymour looked forward to experiencing this bit of Big Apple culture. Upon arriving at the bridge, Seymour was in awe of the geometric lines formed by the interwoven cables. His eyes took in the Manhattan skyline, which also formed perfect geometric shapes. Seymour had never seen so many buildings in one area, apart from the pictures in the books he had assembled. Halfway over the bridge, Uncle Charles pointed. "Look, Seymour!" Seymour turned to the right and locked his eyes on another massive structure. Aunt Beatrice introduced her nephew to the Manhattan Bridge. "That was built in 1909, dear boy, over 25 years after the one you're standing on." Seymour was quite impressed, and with that he was in another borough and could not wait to warm up with a hot cup of tea.